show. So it's Cobblestone time, map 4 of a possible 5 here, Splyce versus Echo Fox. Echo Fox are slightly ahead of their opponents. I say slightly ahead, but it's an entire
map.
map.
For how long, James?
But for how long?
It's the best of 5. Therefore, we must go through all 5 maps. Let's do this.
Let's do this indeed. So Cobblestone is going to be the next map, as we just mentioned. We'll see if anybody makes it up into the tower. The knife round has just happened, so we will shortly see who will start on the CT side, who will start on the T side. I think for the most part, teams who would want to start on the T side, but sometimes you see CT side picks.
It's probably one of those things where it's a comfort thing, because you can always make arguments both ways. And some teams just do feel more. I mean, let's take Mouse Sports. They probably want to start on CT side because they suck at T side, James. And the difference is it's like a cavernous.
Yeah.
Cavernous.
Hold angles versus
Not the right word, but
hold angles versus trying to do something.
Absolutely.
As a team, Dan.
Exactly. They're not really. I mean, that team, their Cobblestone T side is just not created yet. They haven't engineered anything yet. So you know, they would want to start on the CT side. But some teams would just generally feel a little bit more comfortable there to just get that out of the way with and get those 4 or 5 rounds and then be like, okay, now we know what we have to do. Some teams would prefer to just start on the T side and just be able to set the pace to begin with. There's a lot of different arguments, ways you can talk about it. By the way, I don't think anything is either correct or incorrect. It's just based on the team and preferences. So comfort's important, but we do get the pistol round. We get the no kits on Echo Fox, despite 2 players not having Kevlars, which is interesting. I'm interested.
What also is interesting for Rix is shooting people in the head. This is wow, Splyce just getting wrecked here, man. I don't know what else to say. Bomb is down. A to Z still hasn't been killed despite reloading and killing a bunch of people. Professor Chaos is jumping around in circles, Dan. That is what's happening right now. That is all I can provide in terms of commentary. He's bunny hopping in circles while his team lose the round. Going up towards the long A now, where Rick just was, but he's chosen to move back towards the site being tagged, down to 6 HP. So Professor Chaos trying to do what he can, which is not going to be much. Davy's got, I hope and a prayer, 11 HP. And a USP. So he's got the range equaled against the CTs, but he's got 3 to find. Not often you see clutch such as this. Ooh, could he make it all the way back to the site? Well, down to a 1 versus 2, down to a 2 versus 0. Echo Fox had a good start to the pistol round and finally finished things off 1-0 Echo Fox.
Absolutely. Definitely looked a little bit tough for Splyce there. Now we got the Mag 7 on Moo. And all they have to do is survive the dreaded pistol Kevlar. They must survive this task, this tribulation, this trial, this obstacle. And, well, we got the auto shotgun on Roka, which is nice.
Nice.
Nice. And we do have the double max, and we had 3 shotguns here for Echo Fox. Do you respect this?
I respect that,
I know you respect this.
I do.
Don't know why I asked you, because
I love shotguns, Dan. They have 1 more shotgun than I have at home.
Oh, really? 2 shotguns,
yeah,
great.
I've got 2 shotguns.
So we have a couple flashes there as well to go with this push for the T's. And they do look to be trying to just get themselves into middle now and just maybe get a quick pick, but HEZ there with a nice angle, able to get the first frag. They're in danger. These tight angles here with this rifle is very, very effective, and there's no trade possible, and that's a really big deal. They can't trade, then they can't really gain the positions, and then they basically just don't get anything out of this. But Davey does manage to sneak his way through, drop into connector, and there are a couple players here on the bomb site. Roka just spamming away with the shotgun there. And looks like Davy's actually getting some frags here. This is turning into an incredibly damaging round, thanks to Davy and Arya. But can they actually get onto a bomb plant? That's really the question here. Roka might want to actually pull out a pistol. He might not find the ranges here for the shotgun. Davy's picked up the mag. He might just go for the jump shot. Will he find his opponent? It will not in time. Rix and Roka will clean it up, but that was highly damaging. Highly damaging.
Yeah, that could have been so much worse if the CT came out at the wrong time on the plateau and the jumping Mag 7 came into play. That is more times than not a nasty meat shot, and confirmed death. A2, okay, I thought A2Z forgot to buy Kevlar there, but he did in fact buy it with the nade. So Professor Chaos on this particular eco will be holding passive A, while his team, I thought they were going towards the drop, but it's actually Davey going in that direction, and you can see where the T's are headed. So I do think A is probably a better approach on an eco, at least pistol-wise. Nade-wise, we'll leave that aside, but as you can see around the long area, there are a bunch of close quarters, and yes, you can get sprayed down because they are kind of tight funnels, but if you start running with a Techline or P250, there's a reasonable chance you get a close quarters headshot, and then who knows what happens after that.
I feel as though that was not the intended trajectory of that grenade.
I think you are probably right, Dan. I feel like you are correct.
I guess that sucks for Mo. But Shonguez, he has a couple grenades which will hit the intended trajectories, and that will deter the terrorist side from approaching. But okay, he's going to find himself a bit of an angle here onto through danger onto the middle position, and he's. Oh my god, how does he not get that kill? That's so unfortunate. Aria will take his weapon. That is very devastating, isn't it? Splyce will be able to pick up that rifle. They're going to start trying to power through onto greater positions, onto this A bomb site, all sneaking up A long. A2Z with a nice little flash there. Gets a bit of damage, will get the finish as well onto Professor Chaos, trying to spray him down with a FAMAS, but now it's down to A, 1 versus 3 with the M4. Just popping heads at the moment is Abe, and the 2 remaining players are pretty tagged, so this is very doable for him right now, despite not having any Kevlar. Pulling out the pistol, finally opting to go for the guaranteed monies. That bomb plant will come into play, and oh my god, he's gonna snap 1 more player down, and that is so
that is insanely expensive.
The amount of damage economically to Echo Fox there is horrible. It's so much.
Yeah, on a map like Cobblestone as well, possibly the worst map to be poor on as a CT.
I'd say maybe Inferno is, but yeah, it's up there in Inferno for me. But they are poor. They are quite poor. They're impoverished. So we shall see if they're able to recover that somehow. Splyce, on the other hand, they are rolling in the cash, got all the nades for days.
Well, Mo is, it seems that Mo's position is the drop. And again, we've seen many teams recently playing the drop from outside, basically, from either connector or from inside the B bomb site. Mo is going to be going for some shoulder peeking. And it seems Rix is perhaps going to go for a boost. Or, I don't know, Rix has gone to drop a smoke in there, as Mo didn't have one. But yeah, he's playing it to duel, essentially. So we'll have to see how that goes a bit later on. Aria is on fire, basically. Oh, missing the shot, just moving before firing the gun there. Otherwise, he would have been all good in the hood. A2Z has gone down. So there's minutes on the clock here. So Echo Fox to try and do something. Rocket's going to get taken down with a flash. That didn't really work out for anyone over towards the A site. And Rix is still in position. He should hear the T's running away, which he can feed that information to his team, although there's only 2 of them over there, so not much they can really do with it.
But they must do something. They got Shonguez there. He's going to have to hit some shots here. There's the first hit. There's the second flick as well, and things are looking not well until if he could have maybe connected an extra one, he would have given Rix a chance there in a 1-on-2, but now Rix, I mean, with no nades as well, coming in from Plateau. As soon as he, I mean, even if he was to get a free frag on the first one, his position will be given up, and that's not even going to be an eventuality. Aria picks up the kill, and Echo Fox are sent into the sewers, James.
Sewers are on overpass then, this is Cobblestone.
Yeah, I remember actually when Henry G first started, when I first casted Henry G at Gfinity, he'd always call this the sewers. So, you know, when a team gets sent into sewers, because I don't know, I guess. Oh,
they're just economically in the sewers.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he might still say that.
Maybe he does. Henry G sewers.
I wouldn't want to be in Henry G sewers, Dan.
Nor would I.
Knowing what he's
sent
like.
Into the Henry G sewers.
Yeah, that must be a very dark, very damp place. Covered in slugs, of course.
Yeah.
So the T sides are just waiting as they do. Davey is the Mac 10 boy, so it's going to be his job to, well, it should be his job.
To be a man, James.
To be a man, yeah, that would be one of them. Probably, most likely. I don't know him personally, so couldn't confirm. But that will be one of his jobs, and yeah, to clean out this eco, to find out what's going on, where it's going on. Obviously, the moving accuracy can just jump, run around, spam, and have a lot of fun. But for the time being, Splyce will just bide their time and wait. Standstill Simulator 2016. Round 5.
We'll have to see what Davey is made of.
My man.
What are you made of, my man? So here we go. We've got JR leading the charge on B plateau. And the flash is going to dissipate, well, for the effect to dissipate by the time they actually get to these vantage points. And it's chaotic, to say the least, but the trades will eventually start going the way of the T's. I love that snap, the snap back from Rix to 180. And he has been rewarded a Mac 10.
3 players set. 7 people have died in this round against the eco. And Rix has some Kevlar, so he can try and get himself 1 versus 1. Bit of bunny hopping to the statue. I respect that. It was he deserved a reward for such parkour, but he was unable to get far enough to get his rewards.
You played Half-Life 1, right?
We move on. I did, but it was such a long time. That's insane. It was a very, very long time ago, so and I think I had to cheat to complete it.
Oh my God, James!
I was very young then.
So was I. I didn't have to cheat though. I wasn't terrible at games, obviously, like you were. What is it, James? Okay, we have to come back to this because I am frankly completely appalled by this discovery. This discovery changes everything. But we have another group of pistoling CTs looking to ruin the day of Splyce. We got a flash in there. Oh, Professor Chaos. He is just going to save their day, taking out all these ecoing players. And well, I was going to say. I mean, one of the best things about Half-Life 1 was Half-Life 1 Deathmatch. Like, Half-Life Deathmatch was so cool. And because you had all these movement mechanics. And it reminded me in single player, you could pick up this, I can never remember what it's called, but this, like, this addition to your suit, which allows you to kind of, like, jump really far. Like a crouch boost or something, crouch jump boost or something.
I didn't play Half-Life 1. I know Anders did, but yeah. I didn't play that too much. I didn't play it enough to even remember it, to be honest.
It's not only do you suck at games,
my time playing. I played Counter-Strike, I played Day of Defeat. I played Minesweeper.
We'll come back to this.
I played a fair amount of Minesweeper, Dan.
All right.
More than my fair share.
Minesweeper is a lot like an anti-force spy, James. Gotta be methodical, diligence.
It was maths for me. It was maths fun. I was a maths nerd. I liked maths.
Probably some math involved as well.
Played some solitaire as well. Occasionally played that Hearts game. Is it called Hearts? What's that other game? Free Cell. It's Free Cell, right?
I don't know.
How have you not? Well, I didn't always have internet, you see, so I had to play these games.
Windows games.
I had to play these games, yeah. There was a time where I didn't have internet. I used to go to internet cafes, and they didn't have games on them. So I went on to IRC. I fell into some interesting places of the internet. Oh, Tetranet, of course. Yeah.
Best game
I love
ever.
Tetranet. That is a glorious game. It is.
Light Bikes is pretty good.
Can't lie. Light Bikes.
Yeah.
Rings a bell.
It's basically like the Tron bikes, but Light Bikes. Anyway, we do have the push finally happening on the B plateau, and Sean Gaines is there ready to do stuff with his gun, and he's killed the first guy. It's looking great. Looking fast. Keep it up, guys. It's looking good. Rix, Mo, all chiming in to the effort, the war effort. It's a collaboration, James.
Did you ever play on the RM Nimbus? It was a computer that was in schools, like in the, I guess in the 90s.
May have done.
There was a game on there called Train, which was kind of like Snake on the, the Snake on the Nokia phone.
Oh yeah,
right?
Of course, yeah.
It was like that, except it was a train, and you had to open gates. It went through a path. You had to open gates to let it continuously move.
How do you open the gates?
After time, the train would get longer, basically. You just press the button numbers on the keyboard.
All right. Okay, well, hang on. Hang on about this. I need to learn more about this.
It is possible to
in a moment.
It is possible to emulate this game.
We shall get back into the round. Away from trains. A2Z, you can see he's in a pretty committed position there, down into middle, and there is an extra 2 men behind him on the A setup. So if he does go down, only for like 1 frag or so, it's still okay because they do have the 2 men to fall back on immediately. And Echo Fox has done well to read this round. They have, of course, a bunch of T players with presence towards that A side of the map. And unless Splyce decide to go back towards B, which they very well could, and I think they actually are doing now, we can see them moving past the sacred Dragon Lore tapestry, which is very glorious and awe-inspiring. And now we'll have Splyce going back to B. And I wonder if Echo Fox are going to be clued in about this, if they're going to work this out fast enough. They are starting to rotate the extra man away from A, back in towards drop here. So it looks like Echo Fox have had good timing on the rotation back right now. So Splyce have not really beaten out a rotation, and they're just going to have to get it done with some good tactical play and execution. And they're just going to go straight into connector. 3 players right past Mo. He just misses the first flick, and this is a disaster right now for Echo Fox. They're losing everyone in the chaos. They have no idea what's going on. They're getting overwhelmed, and that is a clean sweep.
Wow, Echo Fox got absolutely wrecked. That was really, really nice from Splyce. You saw A2Z was over on the A site, and I wondered why. I think it was Abe was just holding an angle over towards A the entire time, and I thought surely if they're gonna fake A, leaving him there, then he has to do something. And he started to go into the underpass, and he must have seen Abe run past through the underpass, or mid if you will, and start flanking the T's, which is why, well, that's why Mo was holding the angle and just warped him as soon as he got there. So that's a brilliant play. Pulled Echo Fox completely out of position just by waiting. So that's 1 round then where waiting has paid off.
Yeah, we had a good talk there as well. We learned a lot about why you are the way you are, James.
The way I am.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
All that minesweeper, all that train game, the train. Gotta open those gates. Better open those gates, James. Or the train's gonna crash into the gate. All this responsibility from such a young age. You're sweeping mines, guiding trains from a young age. It's enough to turn any man crazy. But we have 2 versus 2 coming in as that bomb is down, and the retake effort is gonna be rather ridiculous here. Roka diving through the window. He will be alleviated of the burden that is life, James.
I've actually found a picture of the train game. I'm going to tweet it for those of you at home.
Amazing.
Have a look at that.
Amazing.
See, the big red line is basically the train. And you can see those little gates, right? You see the numbers? You just press the numbers to switch the gates one way or another.
This looks awful.
There is.
Looks terrible.
There's a YouTube video as well.
Oh my god.
Right, you cast the game, Dad. I've got tweets to make.
Alright. Alright, so what do we got? We have A presence. It looks like Roka's going to be alone here, having to deal with this 1 versus 2. And he's only going to take down 1 player. And A2Z is the man to be backing up the A long area to slow down these Ts from their approach. And Splyce, you know, okay, they're going to trade 1 for 1. They don't actually have to continue pushing here. They can just hold. Because they get the frag so early on, they can allow Echo Fox to kind of fill in the gaps in the defense, spread out a little bit. And usually drop zone would be pretty open in a situation like this. But hey, looks like we can get re-challenges in here from the CTs and the Ts. Now in a 3-on-3. So now the potential holes in defense is pretty ridiculous to exploit. You can see Arya just walks up middle, and he had a perfect opportunity there, missed the shot. The key shot would have been a really big moment there in the round for the Splyce side. But they do have other avenues of attack because, again, there's so few CTs, and it's so hard to cover this map with 5 players, let alone 3. We shall see Sean Gares with an unknown location, able to find both frags, and that is going to be the end of that. Very chaotic due to all the trading going on over by A long. Would have been cool to see Splyce sort of kind of after getting that 1 for 1, just kind of backing away from A long and just you know, reasserting themselves elsewhere in the map. But it will be 5-5 now, and it's hard really to call, you know, who's going to win this map, as it has been the case with most of the maps. It's hard to really see where an advantage is between these 2 teams.
Roka and A2Z are going super aggressive A long, and Roka's going to get picked off immediately. It's very rare that you see such a deep push these days, and there's always T's waiting there, and Perhaps Roka will have learned his lesson in this situation. Arya still holding the angle. A2Z is there with an AK, actually, so that might be an unfavourable engagement for him. In fact, the entire Splyce team now is over towards the A site, so it looks like they want to play off that pick. Nice pop flashes coming in there. Maybe Esports could learn those for future Cobblestone games. And it seems that Splyce are going to charge up. Arya taking the second player. A2Z trying to flank, getting punished for it. So Echo Fox is all falling apart from there, but Rix trying to go hero mode with the Mag 7, going to get one and traded as well.
What do you think of Rix there, James?
He did what he could for his country, Dan.
Was it enough?
He went down on his sword.
It wasn't enough, James.
No.
It was in vain. It was in vain.
You can't see it in the chat, but Rix just wrote, if your AWPer wasn't there, I was about to go ham. Well, Echo Fox, their CT side is falling apart a little bit, and their economy is going to be reset. So this is not good for them. Well, we have some downtime, Dan. Why don't we listen to this video about RM Nimbus emulation?
Okay.
Terrorists win.
What's the video, James? Ah.
Right, today I've managed to find out how to emulate an RM Nimbus PC186 using MES multiple emulator super system.
Nice.
It works, as you can see. I've got the RM Nimbus welcome screen. Do you remember this as a child or as a...
I do. That's mad nerdy.
That guy deserves many high fives.
I found somebody nerdier than you, Dan. So the bomb's been left outside the A statue, and Mo is going to be taken down. So really, the CTs are not having a good time towards the A site here on Cobblestone. That is another early pick.
What should they do, James?
I don't know. I mean, that's interesting that he got AWPed in that position. I believe the smoke was down. I was looking at the map at the time.
Suspended, almost like he just got helicopter, dropped in the helicopter, something like that. I don't know. There's probably time for that. Either way, we'll have the A-long area completely decimated here by the T force of Splyce, and they're looking to just finish this round off rather quickly at this point. Just saying, okay, let's regroup. Let's go around back towards the B with the bomb. But Davey is going to continue to make the frags. They're spreading out all over the map at this point. It's only just Sean Gers alive, and looks like Mo's transmitting in the server. I wonder what he's saying, James. Oh, fiddlesticks.
Americans use the in-game chat when they're dead to talk, I guess, instead of TeamSpeak. I don't know if it's really common in Europe, but often
no, I don't think so. We
will hear things in North American streams randomly swearing at each other and telling each other to shut up and such.
I enjoy that.
Youngster, because I do, at school. The computers are based on the 80186 card.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so we shall see Echo Fox back on an eco, and Splyce looking like they're starting to take some pretty good control of this first half, looking to get those 8 T rounds straight away. And I mean, we're coming close to the end of this best of 5. I mean, of course, Echo Fox already have 2 maps, so if Echo Fox manage to win this, they are going to win. But if they lose this, James, that means we go to, was it Dust 2? I like how I have to ask the question every single time.
Producer, then I have to just ask producer Reese.
This is fantastic. Why can't we remember things?
Do you know why? Do you know why?
Like
I should have this written down, Dan, but I gave Exist my pen to sign a check, and he didn't return it.
Now we are without
and that pen was a gift that was given to me by an old friend on my birthday, and now it's gone. And I'm still upset about it.
Gone forever.
I'm going to buy exactly the same pen, but it won't be the same because I'm that type of nerd.
Bit sad.
Producer Reese doesn't care either. Not going to tell us.
Pretty sure it's Dust 2. I got that feeling. Dust 2 feeling. So, well, another anti-eco. And Splyce have completely evaded the stack by going B, which is great. On this map, you can run pretty effective anti-force Splyce strategies on both sides of the map as well. So it's nice to see Splyce going there. They did get quite lucky in avoiding the stack. You can see just the lemmings just like all running up the stairs, force porter potty, and at which they will find their death at the porta potty.
Have you played Lemmings before?
Yes, of course. I've played many iterations of Lemmings, including the oldest versions on the Amiga.
I played it on Game Gear,
like
if I'm not mistaken. I think I had it on the Game Gear. but I find it kind of boring.
Really?
Yeah.
I played a lot of Lemmings. All iterations of the game. There's some really, really good Lemmings games.
But they're just all walking off a cliff, right? I mean, how many iterations can there be?
Only if you suck, and you just didn't. That's the definition of you sucking at the game, because then you're letting them all die. That's not the point of the game.
Did you fail if one fell off the cliff?
No, there's usually a goal of getting. I mean, depending on the difficulty of how many you have to save.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously you have to use some as well, because it's all in the puzzle of getting their comrades. It's like I always felt like a dictator though when playing that game. Sending them to their death. You know, I could choose between life and death.
Another game I used to play.
I could turn them into bricklayers. I could give them work.
Another game I used to play was it's a game by Microsoft, Rise of Nations. That was really cool. But not many people played that. They actually released a new one recently.
I have not played that game actually.
It was awesome because you could build like historical relics. So I used to build a terracotta army, and it would basically just spawn soldiers consistently because I was such a bad multitasker. I was like, right, I'll do it automatically, get it every time. When I remember I've got an army, I'll just send them in to invade someone's space while they're still, you know, building, evolving, and just ruin their game for them.
You ever play Command & Conquer and
no, I didn't.
Red Alert and something? You didn't?
No.
My goodness.
Didn't have the money for that, man. I had to get the poverty stuff.
So you don't know what Hell March is? 'Cause I think Hell March would improve this match. It improves everything though.
Echo Fox only have 5 rounds at the moment. Mo only has a Mag 7 at the moment. They don't have many smokes or nades in general at the moment. A2Z is over towards A long again. Smoke's coming in over there. And Roka is playing a bit further back, so seems the CTs have conceded the mid area or the underpass, whichever you prefer, in order to stay alive a bit longer. As they have not had much success there. They have not had much success there recently.
Splyce have been able to break through the ace on the map so many times actually. It's been kind of worrying that Echo Fox have been unable to defend that as perhaps they would like to. And once again, Splyce are going back to the winning ways, back to the successful solutions. So we'll have to see if it's going to continue to be going well for them. Here they go, breaking into the A-long, still searching for those players. A2Z is there. Davies in the win drop zone. This looks like a good setup for Splyce now. So if they just get that first entry now on A-long, you should really fancy their chances to win this round.
Yeah, that is a massive problem. A2Z, is he going to get traded? Yes, he is, but Roka's going to trade straight back, and he's got the bomb in his control as well. So the rounds have suddenly flipped back in favor of the CTs, back in favor of the Ts, because Davies still has control of the choke points between B and A, and Smokes are down. Rix and Sean Gers trying to push through them. Rix has made his way to the balcony. Rix is dead now, of course, leaving Sean Grills alone versus 2, and he is going to be the one to get roasted. So last round of the first half. The CT money is not great. We will see what they can produce. We should see another FAMAS. Indeed we will. Mag 7 again for Mo. He is playing the drop, so that is okay, but he has no armor. That's not okay because he will be very susceptible to being grenaded within the drop, and he kind of needs to play in the drop because he needs a close quarters engagement with Mag 7. He can play, though, just onto the B bomb site and hope they come in his direction, but that might change the entire setup of the CTs. In fact, they're going to go for a bit of a boost.
Boosterini, Panini, let's go. Got Riggs there. He's so ready for this. Oh, he wasn't ready for this. Going to actually push all the way up. I think they spotted that as well. They'll go for the challenge, and can he escape? No. His body has been sent back to the CTs. They can have their burial, pay their respects.
At least the CTs get to retain the gun.
Also true.
Which has not been collected just yet. Perhaps Sean Gers can pick it up. Losing another man are the Echo Fox side. The bomb is down though for Splyce. It's push from Sean and Mo. Sean's been spotted. Does Mo have the range to get the kill here on Professor Chaos? He does, straight in the face. Chaos was reloading as well to add insult to injury, and Mo will just have the slowest jump in history to try and avoid being shot.
So here we are now. Splyce looking to finish the round off by just going for that push onto the A-bomb site. Mo is going to have to, he's got no Kevlar, he's going to have to go full hero mode to do anything here. There's 3 people facing him, he's got no Kevlar. He's going to get chewed up. Splyce 10 rounds. Echo Fox are on other team that already has 2 maps to their name, so if Echo Fox want to claim this, they need to win 11 rounds in their second half. That's a tall order. I mean, we've seen all day that you know, sometimes teams can have a great half on one side and then get completely smashed on the other. That's happened more than a few times. So I don't want to call anything, you know, either which way.
Thorin requoted Mo's tweet to him yesterday saying, "I make more money than you," and said, "Buy an alarm clock," which is a fair response. In fact, it is a fair response. So 5 rounds for the Echo Fox side on CT. Is that enough rounds for them going into the second half?
Don't know, James.
As
As I said, we don't know enough about the teams. Again, Echo Fox is a new team, and again, it could be quite possible that it would just swing exactly the same on the other side. Like, I mean, that's happened so many times today that it wouldn't surprise me if that's how things will continue, because why not?
I feel like perhaps Echo Fox are a team which is still evolving at present, because in the last 2 days we saw them play a fair amount of Mirage, for example. And when they were on the CT side of Mirage, on the pistol round, we saw a 3-man push on A slope, I think on 2 Mirage CT pistol rounds from Echo Fox. And then on the third, they had a completely different setup, which I cannot recall, but they definitely did not be. They were not anywhere near A slope. But bearing in mind, that might have been because it was a round robin and they were playing all the same opponents, and they probably could have gone to look at their demos from the previous matches to mixing things up. But you know, we've seen drastically different things, I think, from Echo Fox on various maps. I like that Sean is trying, you know, innovative things, perhaps.
I mean, there's some spots where you can clearly see that they've looked at this thing, and there's some spots where you can see where they're improvising, because there is obviously a stark difference. And for example, on Cash, with the way they were handling B assaults was they had a bunch of grenades. They had a drill for that, and it gets so clear. It's like night and day when you see stuff like that. So the thing is that in this awesome game of Counter-Strike, if you're going to prepare a team, you need to prepare 7 maps. And each map has a different side. That's 14 things you need to look at. And then there are going to be players, right? You need to micromanage them very specifically, and you need to help them much more than other players. And so there's so many things to do. And so, you know, it's very hard for us to know exactly all the things that Echo Fox have in their repertoire right now.
Perhaps teams should go the Na'Vi route and have one insta-ban. Like Na'Vi always ban Cash and just literally don't play Cash and focus on 6 maps. Who knows? Well, Echo Fox pistol time. We have JR for the CTs close in mid. And we have a double drop zone play from Splyce, where it was, but Davies moving away. I think they were just there to try and fan the flames, were it to be a fast push. Roka now is chasing around the boulder, excuse me. Well, everyone's dead on Echo Fox basically, and the CTs are having a whale of a time. The bomb's on the floor, so Sean is unlikely to plant it in this situation. So Splyce may look good for map 4 here, 11-5. If they don't get force sports. If they don't get force sports, then perhaps they'll win the map then, because they will be very close. And Echo Fox will be
to a force buy.
Very far. Yes, Dan, if they don't lose to a force buy.
Okay.
That's what was in my mind.
Yeah, I know. I said that before as well. It doesn't actually make sense. Everyone knows what you're saying.
I want it to.
But it doesn't make sense.
But it doesn't make sense, no.
And that sucks.
It does.
That does suck. I recognize that.
Okay, so the force buy has come out unexpectedly, well, expectedly rather. That's just, where can you go when life is giving you such things? Force buy has come out for Echo Fox, but they're going to take it slow. A to Z over towards A. People in drop. The UMP, how many kills can it get? Connector is being held down by the CTs at the moment, although Professor Chaos has been traded. But again, the numbers are dwindling for the Echo Fox side. Sean Gers is alone towards A, and now the bomb is alone. JR will not be there for comfort. They're all dead, Dan. 12-5 in favor of Splyce. Are we going to 5 maps?
What I would expect, though, from this team, Echo Fox, is that they would at least have the B execute, because the thing about this map as well is that it's easier to improvise towards A, and if you're going to learn one thing about your T side cobblestone, and we talked about this earlier today, on when Hellraisers were playing Mouse Sports, because Hellraisers basically they played an entire, they lost I think like 15 rounds in a row or something ridiculous on T side, when they went like 13-2 or something, and then just lost 14 in a row on the next half in their T side, and they didn't have a single execute in all of those rounds. They were just wandering around, just getting wrecked after running the time down every single round. But you would expect that a team worth their salt would have one execute, and it would be the B execute. Because even against a much better team, the chaos can always yield you around there. So
that is my idea of Helldan.
Yeah, that Hellraiser situation.
Hashtag
yeah, exactly.
Henry G.
It's got. I like yeah, like they did that. Yeah. Thorin tweeted out one of those recently as well.
It was yesterday, I think, during one of the matches. Oh dear. Yeah. He kept us very well entertained yesterday.
Yeah, Thorin is hilarious.
He is hysterically hilarious. Flash comes in for the CTs just to stop any shenanigans, but Echo Fox are going to delay their own execution. And now they will head to the gallows, it seems.
Will the Thorinus win? Here we go, we got the jump from the team of Echo Fox into that B-bomb site, and it is not going well. Do you remember that game that someone made of Thorin? It's like a flash game, like a Thorin flash game.
I do not.
Where like if you die, I think you're getting attacked by like loads of heads of Thorin or something, and if you die, it says the Thorinists win. It was amazing. I had to find that game again.
It needs to be added to Boshi.
I think there were some baguettes involved as well in that game, and Thorin's head wearing a beret or something like that. It was glorious. Either way, we will have Echo Fox on a full buy. Splyce with a lot of utility here. Still stuck on a couple of SMGs though, and look at these smokes. God damn! Look at all the flames. Roka is just like, well, guess I'm dead then. So that's the end of Roka. Poor Roka. Now that means the rest of Echo Fox are pressured to get something out of their investment here with these weapons, and they're running out of nades, and they're just going to run in for the trades, and that's exactly what they're going to get, and they're going to even the situation up, and they will improvise a nice little round here into the A bomb site. The bomb will be planted by Rix. Mo will be by the A long area trying to cover. So 3vs3, this could very well go Echo Fox's way right now. Splyce trying to scramble into the bomb site for the retake, and it's definitely looking rather laboured. In goes Rix with a double, and he's still got support from Mo with the AWP. And in goes the last man standing here for Splyce. The prospects are dark, and darker still they will be. Rix will get the frag. The Echo Fox pick up round number 6 for them.
Ooh, the money is definitely all over the place. Abe had 9k, JR's got 8k, David's got 5k, so the buy will come out. The AWP is thrown over to Aria by Abe, and we're going to have the full M4s and loads of nades as well, but just the one helmet. Doesn't matter though. 4 AKs. 3 AKs. I can't even count anymore. I've lost the ability to count. So let's see what the... ooh, look at this. We've got a pretty hefty stack here from the CT side. Perhaps a read on the situation, but Aria can't get in position in time. AWP goes down to Roka. He's going to make a nuisance of himself. Davey jumps through the smoke and gets taken down for free. So Splyce with not a good situation here on their CT side. JR is out of position now over towards A, leaving Professor Chaos on his own towards B. So this is just a bit of a catastrophe for Splyce, to be honest. Started off with Aria just not getting into position. I don't know if an additional flash while his back was turned could have helped the situation there, but he couldn't get posted up as he would have liked to have been. And then Davey just jumping through the top of the smoke. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but it didn't work out. And Splyce have just come back on the buy. They have, apart from Professor Chaos, who has 1100 in the bank, they have $400 to $50. So I think they're going to be on an eco, and that will be $1,900. So Echo Fox given an opportunity to catch up just a little bit. They are 7 rounds behind at present. Surviving with 3 players will be good for their economy. Mo on the AWP as well. Mo's only got 4 kills though in 20 rounds, so he needs to pull his socks up or his tights. I don't know what else people wear. Long johns.
Yeah, I guess you better pull something up because James, otherwise Thorian is probably going to go on the roasting session after that Twitter exchange that they had. Because I think this match counts pretty significantly, considering that they will go out if they lose this map. Echo Fox, well, Splyce will, but Echo Fox have only got 2 maps to close this in now. And either way, we've got the quick push coming into that A-long area, and we have the frags coming in the way of A2Z and Roka making it happen here. But JR with the double on the return, and this would be a disastrous round here for Splyce to steal away from Echo Fox. Davey, ooh, gets the back. Sean Gez gets nailed from the back. And now it's time for Mo. Here we go, Mo. Let's see that Dragon Lore work. Good nades coming in from Mo. Now he's in a 1 versus 1. Echo Fox do desperately need this round, and you were just saying Mo needs to step up.
Yeah, he needs to increase his kills, Dan.
I think
by 20% right about now.
All right. He has picked himself up. The M4A1S is a glorious skin, but will it yield victory in the hands of Mo? Here he goes, back onto the bomb site, desperately trying to punish Davey. I mean, the thing is, he's using the time here that he is allotted to try to capitalize if Davey makes a mistake, which is to peek preemptively, and Davey did not make that mistake. And, oh, now it's going to be Mo getting caught out of position, gets nailed instantly.
Off the diving board backwards.
Straight in the face, and that is somewhat depressing for Mr. Mo after that prolonged engagement, or prolonged 1 versus 1 rather. So Defuse comes in, Splyce steal away the round, that's 14-7. And Echo Fox, this means that their chances to close it out in the 4th map are dwindling, and they might have to go to that 5th and final map to decide this affair.
Yep, so Echo Fox back on the buy, the 5 AKs, lots of nades, lots of Molotovs, and Splyce will be enjoying the riches after stealing an unlikely round. Aria on the AWP once again. Let's see if they can get him set up properly this time, as it didn't really work last time. Roka though is coming, well, he was coming close, but he's going to get counter flashed, and that will slow him down a little bit, but he's going to charge straight back. More smokes though towards the end of the platform, so it might be difficult for him to get in position, but it seems that Splyce have taken a different approach. They've got Davey boosted up on the tree position, trying to flush out Roka. But he's quickly running out of bullets as well. He's only got 10 bullets left, Davey, so he's gone a bit crazy there. Might need his teammates to help him. He's literally got 10 bullets. And there's over a minute left on the clock, so he's just gone mad with power.
Suppressing for... Oh, right, it's not a negative. But damn. Here we go, we've got the quick no-scope there from Aria. It's not connecting us. Quite unfortunate. However, the prospects here for the Echo Fox team are pretty grim. Rex losing both his teammates there to the flames. The bomb is right out there, right at the end. No light at the end of this tunnel. So Rick's just going to try to save what he has, I would assume.
Yep, he's making his way past the toilets.
Past the flowers. Past the benches. I feel like there should be like a bunch of old men playing chess or something on these benches, just to add some extra ambiance.
There is actually a bronze bench in London, which has 2 bronze old people on the bench, and you can sit between them.
What are they doing on the bench?
Having a chat. A good old chat, Dan.
Chinwag.
They're having a chinwag, a timeless chinwag.
Nice.
They will stand
what is the
test of
significance
time.
of this?
I have no idea. It's where all the rich things are.
Rich
like
things.
you can go and buy diamonds and all that.
This is very descriptive.
It's near the place where we eat food.
Jesus. James, what are you? Come on. You can do better than that. Near the place where we eat food.
You know
come on.
Oh, never mind.
Which place? We eat food all over the place in London.
The place, the court place.
Kingly Courts.
No, the other one. I didn't want to say it on stream.
Lancashire Court.
Rick's almost shot Mo in the head just there. But yes, Lancashire Court, that area. Can't go there anymore then.
It is hidden away there.
Had such good food.
I've taken other people there, James, other than you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Traitor.
Good. Good food there. Anyway, looks like Splyce have a decisive advantage on the Arsenal here to take this one, and we'll see that the push towards A is going to commence here for the Echo Fox side. JR is trying to hold down that mid area. He's going to get backstabbed though. Where is the cover? Where's the cover
Mo's going in!
Oh my god, the Tech 9. The Rec 9 from Mo. Now it's time for the retake though. Splyce still have the advantage on the health. Mo's got 3 points of health, 3 measly points of health. A meager amounts of health.
Omega.
Omega. We have the kill coming into Mo there. Mo unable to connect that headshot that he needed to try to stay relevant in this round. Now it's all on A2Z. A2Z has had a huge impact here for Echo Fox in various rounds, various entries. He's been really pulling his weight. And that smoke is down. He's going to spray. He's going to spray wildly through the smoke. He picks up 1 kill. He might actually be able to stave off the Splyce victory here.
Oh, Professor Chaos is going for, he's running for it, and he is not going to escape with the AWP. No one's going to escape. Everyone's going to die, but the round will be with Echo Fox. The money is less than stellar for both teams. We'll see if Echo Fox choose to force it up or buy a few CZs and such. So it seems they're discussing it. And indeed, pistols will be dropped. Professor Chaos dropping a deagle for Aria, and he'll pick up a CZ for himself. Splyce playing the safe game to take it to 5 games. And it seems the T's are going to go for a fast pace towards B, and they've made the right decision because there aren't many CTs there at the moment. Professor Chaos putting in some damage, but not getting any frags. Coming in close, he could get 2. Is he going to get 1? 1 is nice. Oh, he gets a 2nd and a 3rd. Unbelievable stuff. He could actually take it in an eco for his team. 3 versus 2. And perhaps this AK will clean things up though. Sean Gev only has 4 HP. Deagle down to 1 versus 1 now versus A2Z. Bombs on the floor as well. And the A2Z manages to avoid the flashbang, trying to hunt for Aria. He picks up an AK as well. Is somebody going to grab a headshot here? Oh, Echo Fox just about survived.
God damn.
Such a fast 3 CZs kills from 1 clip or magazine. I've forgotten again. Someone's going to tweet me with raging. I don't care. That's very nice.
Is it nice?
There were only 2 people on the B-bomb site and they weren't close to each other, so it's very impressive that Splyce did that much. But hey, if you get 3 kills with a CZ on an eco, you probably deserve to win the round. They didn't on this occasion. They've got 6 more opportunities to take this map in normal time.
Yeah, and look at this, the full force of Mo.
Oh, wow.
Just,
Goodbye.
He's like, I'm getting first Tech 9. Let's just keep going with that. And it's working out. So this is going to take a raid. GG. Splyce is going to save now. So another quick round from the Echo Fox. The funny thing is they could actually win this map still.
That's hilarious.
They have shown a resurgence.
That was about 15, 20 seconds.
It is a refreshing change from some of the CIS Counter-Strike I've casted lately. Where it's just like,
yeah, they definitely
we shall wait. Why are you waiting?
We shall wait.
We shall wait.
All of the time.
It's just like, no, we will just wait. Okay.
They need more sugar in their drinks, Dan. They need American drinks.
They need they need the high fructose.
Yeah.
Corn.
They need mechanically separated chicken, high fructose corn syrup. They need burritos and tacos, Dan.
That's actually hilarious.
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs. I don't think I've ever had one of those.
I don't know what a corn dog is.
Actually,
what is a corn dog? Can someone tweet me a picture of a corn dog?
It's like a battered hot dog or something?
I was going to say, is it a hot dog? But what has batter got to do with corn? Is it a hot dog made from corn? Is that like maybe corn on the cob is a corn dog?
No, it can't be. Cannot be. No way. My money's on the hot dog.
What is arugula? I don't know what that is.
What?
Arugula.
What is that?
I don't know. Splyce have gone for, let's have a look here. They've got about $2,000 each for the most part. It's a very slow grenade, but it has dropped with some beauty, Dan, and that might be all the beauty we see
the majesty
in this round, because it will just be ruthless aggression after that. Abe goes for a push, Abe gets taken down, Splyce, Professor Chaos has also died. 3 versus 3.
Death is all around us. Here we go, we have the flank coming in from the middle, and it's going to be working out for JI. He picks up one of the frags. leaving just 2 Echo Fox players. Ooh, A2Z is in trouble right now, but he's actually going to be able to take down JR there. So looking like it's all on A2Z once more, and there you go. Splyce
Fire the GG cannon, baby.
Close.
16-10. Echo Fox held a valiant effort in the second half, getting 5 rounds on the board, but that would be their lot. So we are going to all 5 maps. Dust 2 will be the decider between these two teams.
Yeah.
So I think Mo might be happy with this map. Obviously, no, an open map for Orpus. But the thing is, if we go back to Aria on Train and the way he was AWPing there, I think that this kind of open map might favor his style of AWPing if he picks it up. I don't even want to
predict. Again, no, I'm just not going to predict anything, James. There's no point, James. Just enjoy the Counter-Strike as it unfolds in front of you.
We saw some fun highlights on this map. I hope that 180 shot in the drop zone is on here.
I love the ragdoll. I remember when ragdolls, the ragdoll first started coming in.
There we
had the Havoc physics engine. And Painkiller actually was one of the games which first featured like a proper ragdoll, that was in the engine, the Havoc engine. I think that's still the main engine used for some of the most complex ragdolls. It's the Havoc engine. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the ragdolls are very enjoyable in CS:GO. By the way, I played Soldier of Fortune as well.
Soldier of Fortune was really good. Soldier of Fortune 2 was really, really good. As an esport as well, it was super sick.
I only played 1 player.
It was like a perfect mix of Quake and CS, Soldier of Fortune 2.
Here we go. Look at this. 3 kills of the CZ. This was massive.
Boom.
What a play. What a play. Humongous effort there by Professor Chaos. So we are going to a 5th map. It's going to be Dust 2. We will see you back here shortly.